Good morning. I'm Emily, if you're new to working with me. I hope you all are feeling awake and ready to work out today. We're going to do a classical fusion class, no props needed. So please respect any limitations, restrictions, injuries you might have. I'm going to try and guide you through some modifications if need be. I'm 19 weeks pregnant, so I'm going to be modifying significantly myself. Yeah, let's get moving. Oh, one more thing. I want to give you a goal for today. So my goal for you is to really work on cinching, kind of corseting the midsection here, your waistline, gathering it in and trying to maximize the space between your hips and your ribs, no matter our position, whether we're laying down, sitting up, flat back, or rounded. We're really going to try and elongate this space here as we work today. Okay, let's get moving. We're going to lay down to start. Take your hands to a goalpost position, knees bent. Anyone who's taken my class at this point knows that this is how I like to start every session, especially when it's a bright, beautiful morning like today. So let's just start by swaying side to side, kind of massage that low back with the low back and the pelvis meet on the mat. One more time. Okay, we're going to lay on your side. Take your hands behind your head. And we're going to open. Instead of twisting from the lower body, we're twisting from the upper body. So open with your inhale. And exhale, close. Make sure you're still active in your stomach so that as you twist, you're not just hanging into your spine. You're supporting your back from your abdominals. One more, and this time your arm is going to straighten out and you're going to sweep it down towards your hips and up towards your ear. So inhale, you open and reach it. Exhale, lower down, and inhale, reach back up. So as you're making this semicircle, your goal is to get that arm as low to the mat as possible so that you get this nice stretch in the front of your shoulder and chest. Up. And we're going to flip over like a pancake or flip like me. You're going to open with your inhale. Oh, it feels so good first thing in the morning. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. You reach the arm to the side and you keep it as low to the ground as possible as you sweep it down towards your hip and then back up towards your head and ear. Down towards your hip and up towards the ear. One more time, down and back up. Take the hand behind your head, close, and just lay on your back. I'm going to flip around again. Let's stretch those hamstrings a bit. So hug the right leg into your chest, and let's circle the thigh. Circling. We're kind of just lubricating that hip joint. Reverse. Just a few circles. Get it going. And now we're going to ease into the hamstring stretch by taking your hands behind your thighs, keeping them hugged in, and reach the leg up and down. I like to flex my foot for added stretch. And reach up and down. Reach up. Wherever you can hold your leg is great. The goal, as I do this, is to keep the leg pulled in to really challenge the stretch. And then walk your hands however high you can hold on. And let's circle that foot, really pass through that flex so that you get that juicy stretch through the underside of your foot and into the calf and Achilles as well. Other direction. Give that leg one more stretch. Now, take the left hand to the outside of wherever you can hold on and cross the leg over and use the other hand to anchor the hip and not only press it down to the mat, but also away from your head. So you're kind of hooking the thumb into the crease of the hip and anchoring it down and away as you cross the leg over. This should get more in the outside of the leg, the ITs. And then we'll open to the outside. Switch wherever you can hold on and open that leg to the outside. Take a few deep breaths. Reach through that left side to really anchor you to the mat. And we will switch. Hug the left leg in and circle. Really pull the leg in each time so you lubricate the front of that hip joint. And reverse. Okay, keeping that leg hugged in. Take your hands underneath and reach that leg up. Oh, this side's a little creakier for me. And bend, reach it up. And bend. And bend. Let's reach it up. Walk your hands however high you can hold and really circle that foot. We're lubricating the ankle now and all the muscles that kind of intersect there. Gets a little tight between the intrinsic muscles of our feet and the Achilles. It's good to warm it all up. So holding on to that leg, that flex, and then give your leg a bit of a tug towards you. Get that stretch. Take your left hand. We're going to anchor the left hip down to the mat and away as you cross the leg over. And to the outside, switch legs again, or hands. These are hands. Oh, it's the morning. We're opening it up. We're reaching that right leg long to the mat. Give it one more breath here. Okay, great. Let's warm up those abdominals. Like I said, even here with our head down, I want you to think of melting your stomach to your spine and then creating the maximum space between your hips and your waistline. We're trying to elongate the spine and create more space between each vertebra. So we're going to start with our feet flat, tailbone anchored down to the mat, pelvic floor strong. Inhale in preparation, exhale, use your abdominals, feel the length, and bring your right leg to tabletop. Inhale, lower it down. Same thing to the left. If you're feeling the hip flexors here, it tells me that you need to engage more in the backs of your legs. So think of your thighs where the booty and the hamstring meet. Think of that spot narrowing and your pelvic floor pulling up into your stomach. And let's see if we can get you out of those hip flexors. If this is where you're at today, if this is challenging enough, stay in that version. If you want to up the ante, bring your legs to tabletop. Keep scooping so that you don't arch the back at any point. Inhale, lower one leg down. Exhale, bring it up. Lower only to where you can control the abdominal so that your back doesn't arch or your hip flexors don't kick in. I'd rather it be small, but your hip flexors stay out of the equation. Inhale down, exhale up. Once again, if this is where you're at, great, stay here. If you'd like to up the ante again, squeeze the inner thighs together, fire up the backs of the legs, the thighs. Inhale both legs down and pull them back up. Inhaling to exhale. Inhale down, exhale. We're just going to go to 5 since we've done some of the other variations as well. One more for good measure. Inhale down, exhale up. And give those legs a hug. We're going to go into something called dead bug. You can do this with your head down, which is what I'm going to do, or you can curl your head and shoulders up. Either way is fine. Bring your arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Bring your legs into tabletop, and we're going to reach opposite arm and leg in opposing directions. So reach the right arm and left leg away from each other with your inhale, and from your stomach, exhale, pull it all back up. Inhale, reach the other limbs. Exhale. What you might find is that the arm and leg that are not moving, that I want to be still, have a tendency to want to lower too. Try and keep the limbs that are not moving anchored completely still in space. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull from the stomach. Make sure your pelvic floor is strong. And I also encourage you to visualize that you're pushing a wall away from the back of your leg. As you push one leg straight, you're really giving yourself resistance. Let's do one more, finishing to the left. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull it in and give it a hug. And we're moving on to the hundreds. Your legs can be down, tabletop, or reaching away on whatever angle you can sustain. And your head, ideally, is curled up. If you have neck problems or have any other restrictions and you need to put your head down, that's fine. I'm going to keep my head down today. Let's bring your legs to tabletop, arms up to the ceiling. Inhale in preparation. Exhale, reaching, curling, going into your position, whatever that might be, and pumping. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hollow, even deeper, and elongate. 2. And exhale. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. And scoop, and reach, and elongate. 4. And 5. Squeeze a penny between those heels. Fire up the backs of your legs. Good. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Cinch and lengthen that waist. Exhale every drop of air. Relax. Let's sit up. We're going to build a roll up. So sit all the way up. Feet are planted to the mat in front of you. Hands are behind your thighs, just for now. You're going to actively think of pushing your heels into the mat, like there's a penny between your heels and the mat. Good. And even here, remember, I want you to keep lengthening the waist. So we're going to round back, imagining your low back, trying to touch the mat, and come back up. Even in this C-shaped contraction here, rounding back, even here, as you hollow the stomach in, you're also thinking of elongating. So you're not crunching your spine, you're trying to create space within the curve. We're just gonna do this a few times, trying to really warm it up down here in the low back. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Good, one more time. Push the heels down, pull the pelvic floor up. Reach your arms forward. Push the heels down, pelvic floor up, and we round back again. Inhale here. And scoop. Again, push the heels, scoop in opposition, and elongate that waist. Rounding back, inhale. We're going to hold the next one. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the arms up. Inhale them down. Exhale, sit up. Good. Pelvic floor, waist is cinched and elongated. This is your inhale. Exhale, they reach up. Inhale, they go down. Exhale, return. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Good. If this is where you're at today, and stay here or at any of what we've done already. If you'd like to add on, push the heels down, pull the pelvic floor, and roll all the way to the mat as articulated as possible. Arms up, inhale, and exhale, rolling up. Scoop and elongate, and reach. Again, rolling back, inhale. If this is easy and you want to go another level, straighten your legs to the mat. Scoop and elongate within the curve. 2 more. One more, like this. Push those heels down. Get the backs of your legs working. We're going to roll down to the mat, and we're going to pause every few moments. So inhale here. Pull the stomach back as the leader. Hold it. 2, 3. Try and get that low back all the way down, and then hold it. 2, 3. Get a little lower. Hold it. 2, 3. Rolling all the way down. Let's go into single leg circles. So left leg will stay to the mat. Right leg is going up to the ceiling. We're tracing a softball-sized circle on the ceiling. Wrap and squeeze the backs of your thighs and narrow your hip bones to the center seam of your pants to help get out of those hip flexors. You're going to cross it over with an inhale, exhale, down and round and up. Inhale over, exhale. This is about stabilizing your pelvis, so I don't want to see any rocking and rolling. If you're shifting all over, make your range smaller. One more for 5. Other way. Inhale, exhale around. 2. Good. Now put extra pressure down onto the straight leg on the mat. Push the heel into the mat. 5. And we'll do the other side. So push this leg into the mat. Squeeze the thigh on both sides and narrow the hip bones to the center seam of your pants. Inhale, you cross over. Exhale, down and around. 2. 3. Check in with that pelvic floor, your undercarriage. Is that pulled up into your stomach? Is your waistline narrowed and pulled longer? Last one for 5. Reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Give it a hug. All right. We're going to roll like a ball. We're going to play with this a little bit. So you have a couple options. If you have something going on in the knee, this really close, highly bent position is maybe uncomfortable. So you're welcome to go into a tabletop position. That's great. We're going to try to take those hands to the outside of your ankles. Squeeze the heels together so that you're in a via frog. We're going to round back, pull the stomach away from your thighs so you're on your tailbone, and then try and hover those heels. So you're pulling the stomach away and elongating to keep this back round. We're going to rock back and forth like an egg. Squeeze the heels, scoop the stomach, rock back to the tops of your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, return, balance. Inhale back, exhale. 2, keep scooping the stomach and try and elongate that waist through the ribs. Please note, no rolling onto the neck. 0 neck. If this is kind of fun, kind of challenging, stay here. If you'd like, try and plant those heels and do a little lift like you're trying to stand up using the backs of your legs. Roll down, inhale, and exhale. Oh. Inhale, squeeze, and scoop. We do 10 rolling like balls total, so we have about 3 more. 2, 1. I'm going to balance at the top. Ooh, got a little overeager there. Pull the stomach back, lengthen the waist. That's your balance. And now we're going to roll with control just to the top of your mid-back, really. So we're going to curl it back about here. Stay here if you can. I'm going to put my head down. Single leg stretch. Hug your right leg in. Actively push the left. We're going to inhale, switch our legs. Keep inhaling, exhaling, switch, continue exhaling. So it's one full breath cycle as you alternate your legs. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Scoop and elongate the waist. We go to 5. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Hug those legs. If you can stay up, curled up, great. Otherwise, put your head down. We're going into single straight leg stretch. This looks like a scissor. 1 leg up, 1 leg away. You're curled as high as you can towards your foot and give that leg a little pull. Inhale, exhale. So once again, 1 full breath cycle for the switching of the legs. Inhale, exhale. 3 more sets. If you're getting any clicking in the hips, make your range a little smaller and imagine pushing the leg down through molasses as you switch it so that you get the thigh working in the backs of your legs. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Good. Double leg stretch. I'm a very bad counter. I'm sorry. If I go over in numbers, c'est la vie. We're going to do double leg stretch. Legs are glued as a unit. Arms are going to be reaching overhead in opposition. Inhale, everything reaches away. Exhale, circle and hug it in. Pull from the stomach. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle. We go to 5. 1 more. Scoop No arching in the back. Good. We do double leg lowers. Hands are behind your head. You're curled up. You're welcome to have taken your hands behind your head at any point so far. I should have said so earlier. Okay, so curling up, hands are behind your head. Legs are reaching up to the sky. You can even bend them in a diamond. You're going to lower down with your inhale and exhale, pull them back up from the stomach. Inhale, lower, exhale, pull. 3, scoop and pull. 4, scoop and pull. Keep that waist lengthening. All that space here. Last one for 5. Okay, we're going to do a crisscross. It's an oblique twist with the same single leg stretch legs that we did earlier. Once again, I'm going to have to modify, but your hands, if you're doing the full version, will be behind your head, curled up, and you're going to be twisting, trying to look behind you instead of the goal being elbow to knee. You're curled up to the max, and you're trying to really twist in the ribs. So you're going to twist inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 4. One more full set. And relax. Okay, let's sit up for spine stretch. So your legs are going to be about the width of the mat. And you're going to soften the knees a little bit so that you can actively push your heels down into the mat, fire up the backs of your legs. Arms are at shoulder height, but shoulders are not up to your ears. They are down, chest up. Now, push the heels down, narrow the sit bones underneath the tush, boop, pull the pelvic floor up, boop, and we're lengthening that waist. Keep that length as we inhale and exhale round. Don't shorten the waist, don't shorten the waist, don't shorten the waist. Come back up, inhale, exhale, reset. I'm going to pivot around. So we grow taller with your inhale. Heels down, sit bones, pelvic floor, waistline are up. Keep that waist as you round it forward. So you're not sticking that tush out with a flat back, nor are you collapsing on yourself. You're trying to lift within the curve. Roll up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, tall. Pelvic floor is up. Waist is lifted as you reach. And roll up. Exhale. Sit bones, pelvic floor up. And roll. Rolling up. One more. Inhale, tall. Lift that waist. Keep scooping up and over, up and over, up and over. Rolling up. And release. We're going to do saw. Arms are to a T. Cinch lift, same foundational setup. Heels down, squeeze the sit bones, the pelvic floor, the waistline up. Now, twist in the waistline without any shifting in the hips. Twist. Reach for the right pinky toe with your left pinky finger. Reach and twist, reach and twist. Really turn the breastbone to the side as much as you can. And then come up. Twist. Reach in each direction. And really try and wring out that waistline without shifting your hips. Reach and twist, reach and twist. And relax. Okay, we're going to flip over onto your stomach. Now, I'm going to add a prop in just because I have to modify. You do not need anything. Okay, we're going to do a cobra. So you're going to be laying down with your hands about here in relation to your head and body. Not too close to your armpits, but farther up so that we can encourage more length in the low back. Okay. So first we're going to build our foundation. Squeeze the heels together. I want you firing up the thigh. Really get those inner thighs squeezed and pull the stomach away from the mat. Try and lift the belly button off the mat. Without losing any of that, without shortening the low back, I want you to pull the breastbone forward and push into your hands to lift the chest up. And exhale down. Inhale, lift up again. Lifting up. Open the collarbone, squeeze the lats and the armpits so that your low back is supported and your shoulders are away from your ears. I want them down. Good. booty, stomach is strong. Pushing those hands, inhale, lift. Exhale. And one more. Stomach, booty, push, inhale, squeeze those armpits. Exhale down. Good. We're going to do something called single leg kicks. So you're going to be, back up a little bit. Okay. You're going to be on your forearms. Your stomach is strong. Squeeze those armpits. You're trying to, your legs are parallel and glued together. Now, without moving your thigh bones in space, you're going to bend the right leg, use the hamstrings, do a little kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick. I'm going to rephrase that. Think of a squeeze, squeeze, and switch. Squeeze, squeeze, and switch. Squeeze, squeeze. It may look like, I'm picturing like a beach pinup girl, flipping her legs on the sand. But it's not quite so easy. I want you really getting out of those shoulders, really pull that stomach up, and don't move your thigh bones, and don't let your thighs separate. Keep the inner thigh squeezing as you switch. Good. One more, we do 10. And relax. Sit back for a moment. Okay, we're going to get that booty going a little bit. Once again, you're going to be laying down. You're going to use those hands as a pillow for your forehead. I'm going to finagle the situation here. Baby in the way. Okay, you're going to bring your feet together in a V and bend those legs behind you. The foundation is the same as it's been. You're laying down, so your lats are taking a pause, but you're going to squeeze the heels, squeeze the thighs behind you, and pull the stomach up so that your low back is completely lifted the whole time. No collapsing. You're going to squeeze the heels and think of pushing the sky away, lifting those thighs up and down off the mat. If you're sinking in the low back, you're going to lose the rich benefits of working where the booty and the thigh meet. I want you to keep that low back long and really target just below the tush. Up and down. We're going to 10. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Keep those thighs off the mat. Keep that stomach, that belly button off the mat, and tap those heels together like Dorothy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thighs stay off the mat, please. You're going to straighten those legs as best you can behind you and bend them behind you without letting your thigh bones drop to the mat. For me, sometimes I feel like you need like a microscope to see how high my thighs get off the mat when I'm laying completely down. I don't care how big the space is between your thighs and the mat. I care about the quality of the work. So pull that belly button up, support your low back. Really try and target those hamstrings and the glutes, especially where they meet. And really, really squeeze those heels together. We're going to 10 here. Typical Emily, I lost count, so let's do 2 more. One more. Bend. Okay, we're going to keep those thighs off the mat. We're almost done. Straighten those legs, keep the thighs lifted, and tap those heels together. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Sit back in a child's pose. Okay. We're going on to hands and knees. So knees are under your hips, hands are under your shoulders. You're going to start with a cat and cow. Inhale, go into your extension, and exhale, push the floor away, try and round the back. Inhale. Now here's where I want you to focus on that elongation through the waist and the hips again. I want you to try and keep this space as long as possible so that your low back is supported, and instead bend high in the upper back, trying to pull the breastbone forward. So look at the difference between a collapsed low back and then a lifted back, but a really lifted chest as well. Elongate that low back, lift the breastbone up. One more. Inhale. Find a flat back. We're going to lift one hand, one arm, and one leg at the same time. So let's squeeze those lats in the armpits and push the floor away so that the space between your shoulder blades is not collapsed. Instead, it's very wide, very broad. Stomach is strong, and squeeze the thigh so that your hips don't move side to side. Right arm and right leg. Reach them. Either keep your toes on the mat or lift everything up. And down. I'm going to scoot forward just a hair. You're going to reach it out and lift it up. Get out of your shoulder blades. Use your, or your shoulder joints, I mean. Use those lats. Squeezing here to lift and support the shoulder as you reach up. Strong stomach. Squeeze the booty on the standing side. One more each. And reach. We're going to add on. We're going to open up to the sides. So reach everything away. Inhale. Open it to the side. Hold it. 2, 3. Bring it back in line. And down. Reach away. Open it up. Hold. 2, 3. Squeeze the tush. Squeeze it back in. And reset. Reaching. And open. Hold it. 2, 3. Bring it back. And in line. And switch. And open. 2, 3. Trying to keep your hips stable so they don't wag like a dog. One more each. 2, 3. Bring it back. And down. Last one. Reach. Get out of your shoulders. Hold it. 2, 3. Bring it back. And down. And sit back. We're going to go back into your hands and knees position. We're going to tuck those toes under, round the back. We're going to lift those knees off and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a couple more. If that's where you're at, great. If you can, let's add on. You're going to squeeze the armpits. Start rounding the back, hover both knees. Squeeze the thigh, please. Hold it. Let's bring your right leg up off the mat. Either hold it here, or if you'd like to add on, reach out and in. 2, squeeze the tush and get out of your shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it down, lower down. Same to the other side. Either you held it, 2 knees or 1 knee into your chest, or we add that reaching behind as well. Okay, round, squeeze the lats, get out of your shoulder joints, hover the knees, add the leg if you can, reach. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put it down and sit in child's pose. Let's take a stretching moment here. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat, prioritizing the left arm reaching way over to the right. Now breathe into the whole left rib cage, expanding the ribs and stretching the intercostal muscles between them. And switch. Right arm reaches across. You're going to breathe into the whole right side of your back and rib cage. One more big breath. Expand the ribs. Good. Okay. We're going to do a little short box, mimicking what we would do on the reformer. So, flipping over, you're going to anchor those heels down and wide, and we're going to start by going into a round back. Once again, in all of this, we're prioritizing the space between hips and ribs. Lift it up, gather it in. Your arms can be either around your waist, reaching forward if you need to, or behind your thighs if you need to. Heels down, pelvic floor up, your stomach curls, and you round. Inhale, try and get that low back down. I can't go all the way right now, but if you can get that low back all the way to the mat without laying completely on the mat, go for it. We go to 5, 3. Push those heels down using the backs of your legs to get out of those hip flexors. 1 more. Great. Now we go into a flat back. Hands behind the head. Point your elbows forward so that you can drop your shoulders away from your ears and lift the breastbone higher. So your heels push down, sit bone squeeze, pelvic floor is up, your waist is up, your breastbone is up, and then you hinge back. Exhale tall. Don't let the straight quality of your spine change. I don't want any snaky qualities. I want you to really grow tall like an iron rod. Keep that shape and exhale, return. We go to 5. 2 more. Lift, lift, lift that waistline. 1 more. Lift that waistline, even if it's a very small movement. We're going to bend to the right. Lift the waist. Think of being so lifted you don't even wrinkle your clothes. You go over and up. Over and up. We just do 3 to each side and we stop. We're adding a rotation. We're going to twist. Twist to the right. Wring it out as best you can and unwind. To the left. Grow taller in the waist, taller in the waist, taller in the waist. Unwind. If you can, add a hinge back, staying twisted. Wring it out even more on the way up and unwind. Twist and hinge. Wring it out even more on the way up and unwind. Twist, hinge, wring it out, unwind. We do 3 each. And relax. We're going to do tree. Hug your right leg in. We're going to straighten it out and in. This is what I love about Pilates. We only do 3 on each side, but each one is excellently done to the best of your ability, and then you get more out of it. It's wonderful. Okay, hold it up. Walk your hands up. Keep your back as lifted as you can. Let's circle the foot. So we're building in more stretch. 3 and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to do a couple things at the same time. You're pushing the supporting leg down. You're pulling the stomach away from your thigh, and you're using your biceps to help find more scoop and control as you walk your hands down your leg. Get that low back, maybe your mid back down, and then round it up. Use those arms to help you before you lift tall. Squeeze the tush, squeeze, 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 and then pull the stomach back. You're trying to find maximum stretch in the low back, and on the way back up, you sit tall, you get more stretch in the leg. You pull the stomach back, you keep lengthening the waist, you get that stretch through the back. You walk it back up, you get that stretch through the leg. Good. Give it one last stretch here, and then switch. Other leg. Reach it out and bend. 2, 3, 4. Hold it up. And we circle. 1, 2, 3. Other way. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Pull the stomach back as you elongate the waist. Use those biceps. Make those arms work. Scoop deeper, scoop deeper, scoop deeper. And then walk back up. Sit up tall. Again, pull the stomach back. That's the leader. Walk it down. And walk back up. And tall. Pull the stomach back. We just do 3, but we make each one as juicy as possible. Lifting tall, tall, tall. And relax. Let's go onto our side. We're going to do some side kicks. We're going to prop ourselves up on the bottom arm. If you need to lay all the way down, great. Your hips to shoulder, or elbow rather, are going to be along the back edge of the mat. Your feet are going to be to the front edge of your mat. If you need a hand down, great. If you can, try it behind your head. But I want you to give extra attention to the underside of your torso. You're not just relaxed from head to hips. Instead, I want you to try and lift the rib cage and lift the waistline off the mat as best you can. And then hand is wherever you need it. Okay, lift the waist, lift the top leg, and push the bottom one down. Everything is working. And back. Forward and back. Side kicks. We go to 10. 4, 5. Stomach is strong so that you're not blowing like a reed in the wind through the body. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Little circles over the bottom leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Point the foot, lift it up, flex the foot, squeeze. Now, do your best to add your own resistance. Point your foot, push the air up. Flex the foot, think of squeezing down like you're squeezing a magic circle. Point, lift, flex. 1 more this way. Point up, so that's 5. Then we reverse, flex up, point, squeeze. Can that leg reach 3 feet longer out of the hip? Give it a try. Reach and squeeze. 2 more. Up and squeeze. 1 more. Up and squeeze. Relax. Take that top foot, plant it down in front of you. Hold onto your ankle. You might feel a little bit of stretch in the hip. The bottom leg is going to move back in line with the body, and we're lifting up and down. 2. Here, 2. Try and lift that waistline, and pelvic floor and stomach are strong. 5, 6. There's a direct connection between your inner thighs and pelvic floor, so try and link them together. Good. Circle the foot, the whole leg. Circle the whole leg, please. 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. And we're going to swivel around to the other side. So, elbow to hips are along the back edge. Feet go forward so that you're at a 45-degree angle. Hand is where you had it on the other side, behind your head or to the mat. But your ribs and your waist are trying to lift up. So if that means your hand is down, but you can focus more here, go for it. Lift that top leg up. Pelvic floor is strong. Push the bottom leg for stability and back. Push that bottom leg down to help ground you to the mat. 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor is up. 7. If you need to go at your own pace and slow it down, go for it. 8, 9, 10. Circle the top leg. 2. Over the bottom leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse it. 1. Is that bottom leg pushing into the mat? Check in. Is that top leg reaching 3 feet longer? Check in. And stop. Point the foot, lift it up, flex the foot, squeeze. Push it up, flex and squeeze. 3, flex and squeeze. 4, flex, squeeze. 5, and reverse. Flex, point, squeeze, flex. 3, 4, 5, and relax. Excuse me. And top foot is planted down. Bottom foot moves in line with the body. Waist is still lifted. And you lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, you can just lay on your back. I'm going to pivot back around. We're going to bridge. Plant those feet down. Your shoulders are away from your ears, and push those hands and back to your shoulders into the mat. Inhale in preparation. Exhale, use only your abdominals to curl the tailbone under. So it's a small shift in the pelvis, but you're not clenching those glutes. It's just your abdominals. Then second, you fire up the glutes and the hamstrings to roll it up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale flat. Exhale, stomach first, booty second, roll it up. Good. Try and lengthen the waist and reach through the tops of your quads, out through the knees to elongate the front of your thighs. Inhale flat, exhale, rolling up. Let's hold it here, and we're gonna do a little march. Inhale in preparation, exhale, lift your right leg to tabletop. Try not to lower or shift your hips side to side. Put it down, inhale, exhale, other leg. Keep going, alternating, if that's where you're at. If you can, let's hold that right leg to tabletop and do a little pulse up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I want booty, not quads. 5, push the supporting the left heel down. 4, 3, 2, switch. And pulse if you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Put it down and roll through the spine. Hug those legs into your chest. Okay, we're gonna do a little teaser. We're gonna do a modification, really. You have a couple options. The first one being your feet are planted, not close to you like before. Walk them out. Your first option is rolling up. Keep that scoop in the stomach. Reach your arms up and roll down. If that's easy as pie, that's awesome. Reach your right leg straight. Squeeze the inner thighs from the backs of your legs and do 3 on each side. Inhale here. Exhale, roll down. No flat back. You roll, inhale, scooping, stay scooped. Exhale, roll down. 3 times on each leg. Inhale here. If this is also easy, bring your legs to tabletop. Either is fine. Inhale, I'm going to do one leg personally. So do whatever works for you. Inhale, rolling up. Scooping, stay scooped, and elongate that waist. Elongate that waist. 3 times. Up, scoop, elongate the waist. 1 more time. Up, scoop, elongate that waist. And relax. Okay, we're gonna do a mermaid stretch with an arm work twist. So let's sit up. Your legs are going to be somewhat stacked. They don't have to be directly knee to knee. They can be a little bit more elongated. Your other arm is going to be out from under your shoulder a fair amount, hand behind your head. We're going to use your lat and spiral this bottom arm, thinking of the inside of your elbow pointing forward and the elbow itself pointing towards your waist as we bend and straighten. 2, and stretch. 3, and stretch. 2 more. 4, and stretch. 1 more. 5. Okay, use your waistline. Make this transition work for you. Use your waistline. Reach the other arm. Sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up. And then we reach over. Bend. Reach and extend even more from here. Inhale. And up. Use your waistline to control the transition over. And we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waistline up and reach. And over. Inhale. And return. Last set. Up and over in the waist. 1, 2. Really spiral the arm. Use the lat. 4 and 5. Waistline up, 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 up. Reach. And then turn and give it a hug. Look to the soles of your feet. You should get a nice stretch through here in the back. Let's sit up, swivel around. I apologize, it looks like it's gotten a little dark in my space here. Hopefully you can still see all right. Okay, hand is away from underneath your shoulder. Other one behind your head. We bend and we stretch. 2 and up. 3 and up. 4, keep lifting the waist. What I don't want to see is the shoulder melting to your ear, right? I want you to lift underneath and then keep this space between your ear and shoulder long. So that was 5. Reaching up, transition, use the waistline, make the transition part of the exercise. Reach and over. Transition is part of the exercise. Up and over. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs and waistline up. Reach, bend, open and up and over. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Abs and waistline tall. And this one, you give it a nice hug. Look to the soles of your feet. Breathe into your back. Okay. Great job. Let's go on to our knees. If this bothers your knees, just pause, forgo this for now. Okay, so you're on your knees. Waistline is tall. We're going to be taking the right arm underneath the shoulder, reaching the left leg to the side here. Make sure it's shoulder over wrist and then hip over knee. Looking from the side, what I don't want to see is your booty sticking back and your knee forward of your hip, right? I want you to be all in one line. You're sitting up tall, hips over knees, booty is squeezed like crazy, and as you go over, you are not sticking it out. You're squeezing the tush like crazy. Lift the waistline on both sides, especially the underside, and lift that top leg up and down. Just barely touch the mat. 2, 3, 4. Squeeze that bottom. I think this bottom one personally is working much harder than this one. The act of keeping that tush from sticking out is a lot of work. To 10, 2 more, 1 more, and hold it up. Just watch me for a moment. We're going to lift the leg, reach the arm. Oops. You're going to now shift your hips down. You're not sitting on the mat. You're going to be hovered as you bend this top leg over. We're going to go down, reach up and over. Hips are going to go towards the mat. Your top leg is hovered. And then you lift from the waistline to reach over. Make sure the bottom shoulder is supported. Don't collapse, even as you shift your weight. And reach. We're going to go to 10. Over and reach. Lift the waist. Squeeze the tush. 9. 8. If you need to take your foot to the mat, that's okay. 7. 6. 5. So although your tush pitches slightly back on the way down, on the way up, it's coming forward again. 2 more. 1 more. Put the foot down and really reach in opposition. Get that stretch. And we'll do it to the other side. So hand is under shoulder. Other one is behind the head. We start. This bottom leg, this bottom tush is really coming forward and squeezing. Bottom leg lifts and lowers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Waist and lats are really active. 9, 10. Good. You're going to let the hips come down slightly and then reach up and over. 2, and reach. 3, keep this leg lifted and this one pushing forward on the return. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach. Put the foot down, really take a stretch. Elongate through the waist and through the foot in opposition to reaching through the fingertips. Okay. Time is really moving. So let's do some planks and then we're going to stretch. Let's go onto your forearms. For a plank, I want you parallel. So you're on your elbows. You have a fist. The fist, the elbow, and the shoulder are all in line. You're going to straighten one leg at a time into your plank, curl the tailbone under, and lift out your shoulders. No collapse. I want you up and out. Squeeze the thighs. If this is easy breezy, take a foot away, hold it for 3 breaths, and then switch to the other side. We're holding it. 5, lifting. 4, holding. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. And let's flip. So we're going to do an up-facing plank to activate the whole back body. Your hands are either going to be facing your booty or out to the sides. So either booty or side walls. You can also make them slightly, if they're facing the sides especially, make them slightly wider. If they're facing your hips, then your shoulder width apart. Okay, oh, I'm panting a little bit, sorry. Okay, squeeze the heels, push down through the heels and up through the whole back of your body, lifting up. Are you sinking in the shoulders? No, you are not. Lift out your shoulders, squeeze the tush. Stomach is strong. Your inner thighs are squeezing together. Your booty is squeezing and lifting. You're holding it. 5. Holding it. 4. 3. Keep pushing through the backs of your legs. 2. And 1. Relax. Bend it forward. Okay. Let's go into a lunge hamstring stretch, and then we'll wind it down from there. So if you need a little padding underneath your knees, fold up a towel, fold up your mat, whatever you need. We're going to have your left knee back, your right one forward, and we're in a lunge. Now, really important is the relationship between your knee and the ankle. At 0 points, is that knee going to bypass the ankle? If you need more range, back the left leg up a bit. So here, stomach is strong. You're elongating, just like the theme of the class, elongating here to get more stretch in the hip. And then pitch it back, straighten the front leg, and actively round the nose to knee. Relax the neck. Pitch it forward again. Stomach is strong. You're elongating the waistline. And then pitch it back. And forward. Lifting that waist. And then pitch it back. Round that nose down. Relax the back of your head and neck. And we'll do the other side. So we start in our lunge. Hips go forward. Waist is lifting. And pitch it back. Nose is rounding to knee. Pull that stomach away from your thigh and you'll get a little more stretch in the back as well. Pitch it forward. And back. And forward. And back. Okay, we're almost done. We're going to sit with your left leg bent, your right leg open to the side, and we're going to reach up and over to the side. Here too, lift the waistline, lift the bottom waist as you go up and over so you get more stretch through the waistline. Okay, let's turn your chest towards your knee, towards your feet. Breathe through the whole left side of your back. And then open it up. Turn the chest to the ceiling. Keep the arm overhead so you get stretch in the lats. And other side. Reaching up and over. Bottom waist is lifted as you reach through the fingertips. And then turn down. Reach through and breathe into this whole right side of your back. And open it the other way. Turn the chest up to the ceiling. And sitting up. Last but not least, just sit crisscross applesauce or whatever you want to call this position these days. You're going to reach up and over. Pull the stomach in so you round the back. Trace those fingertips along the mat in front of you. Over to the other side and up. And reverse. Up and over. Pull the stomach in. You're really rounding and stretching through the back. And up and over. One more each. And open. Last one. Good. Roll those shoulders up and back. You can take those hands behind your head, behind your back, lace them together and give it a nice stretch. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a good workout and enjoy the beautiful day outside. All right. Hopefully you'll join me the next time.